All you got to do is look at the patterns. Just look at the patterns. That's it. Stop crying, stop fussing, stop being upset, and look at the pattern that is presented to you in order for you to form a conclusion. Most men follow the same script. Most women follow the same script. There was a time I had a situation and I had to call my doctor. Phenomenal, intelligent man, one of the most intelligent doctors I've ever encountered. And he told me, he said, I was having an issue, and he told me, he said, Mel, explain it to me like a story in chronological order. Tell me exactly what happened in chronological order from beginning to end. Don't leave a detail out. I explained to him everything that happened to me in a chronological order. And by the end of my explanation, he gave me a diagnosis. Went to his doctor's office the next day because it was after hours. That's exactly what it was. Why? Because he looked at the pattern. Men follow a pattern. Women follow a pattern. They're using the same script. They're using the same script. Why? Because they're at their baseline. The only people who are not using the same script as their gender are people who are practicing self-mastery, ascension, and who are cultivating, curating, and expanding a relationship with God. Those are the only people who may not fit into the script of man and the script of woman. Now, we're going to talk about this in the Defeat Jezebel and Leviathan Masterclass this Sunday at 7 p.m. If you're going to recognize if somebody has an entity, a low-level entity, there's a pattern that you're going to look for. In that class, we're going to talk a lot about patterns. Because if you see the pattern and you see the characteristic in a specific chronological order, you will know that that's Jezebel. You will know that that's Leviathan. The problem with many humans, people are too concerned with looking smart instead of actually being smart. That's why a lot of men and women are cosplaying. And you know that they're cosplaying because when you're listening to what they're saying, it's not flowing. A lot of women, when you hear them, it sounds like they're reading off a script because they are. Because they didn't learn the information that they're teaching you. They copied it from somebody else. That's why when they talk, it doesn't flow. Because they're cosplaying like they know about a subject, but they don't. Many people are concerned with appearing a certain way or sounding smart and detailed instead of actually being smart and detailed. Unless I'm providing little notations on something, I don't use scripts when I record my videos. Sometimes I record my videos and I'm in the shower. Or I'm wiping myself down after a shower and I have my phone on top of a vase and I'm just talking. It comes to me like water. It flows like a stream in a river. Why? Because what I'm teaching, I've learned through years and years and years of experience. And one thing that life has taught me is there's always a pattern. Most women, I can predict their actions easy. Most men, I can predict their actions easy because most people in life are not actually doing the work. They're acting like they are. But their actions show otherwise. You can watch as many of my videos as you want to. As many of my videos as you want to. If you continue to operate at the baseline of your gender, your life will continuously be the same result. You're growing in age, but you're not growing in maturity or anything. You're just gathering data, but there's no change. And the people that do see the patterns, they're always going to be ahead of you, 15 steps ahead of you. It's not hard, ladies. Now, what scares me is the fact that Men have mastered the art of understanding the patterns of women. Women continue to lose when it comes to men every time. Why? Because men have the script of women. They've read it. They've highlighted it. They've created flashcards on it. They know women. They just don't tell you how well they know you. That's why they just ghost you. Now, what made me come to this conclusion? On my last video, or a couple of videos ago, the video that I made on why you need to protect yourself from women, a lot of women gave me pushback. And the women that commented with the pushback, I laughed at their comments. Left them, didn't bother deleting them, just laughed at them because good luck in the real world. If you can't accept the baseline and patterns of your own gender, I know damn well you don't know how men are. And that's why you keep getting the same results. And you keep buying books on how to get a guy in 90 days, how to be the best sugar baby, HOE tactics. But you still don't know the patterns of men. So basically, it's like you're driving a car with a blindfold on. You don't even know where you're going because you don't know the roads. Everything operates in a pattern. The only people that don't have a pattern are people who are self-mastered. Those are the people that you can't figure out. Those are the people that women attack online because you don't understand that woman's mindset. How does she think that way? How does she know these things? She's on a different playing field than you. That's why men attack other men that they have rigged the system. They have broken the system. They figured out the system. I had this conversation with a colleague the other day about a particular industry and how only a small percentage of people in that industry are at the top. And she told me, why do you think only a small percentage is at the top? I said, the reason why is because they know something that we don't. There's a reason why there's only 3% that's at the top in our industry, because no matter how many summits they have, they're not telling us our secrets. They're secrets. We don't know. They've figured out the system. They've broken the system behind the scenes. That's why they're at the top. They've seen the pattern, they've understood the pattern, and they've made the pattern work in their favor. Everything follows a pattern. Even when somebody has a demonic entity operating on the inside of them, whether it's Jezebel, Leviathan, Delilah, spirit of lust, spirit of poverty, they all have a pattern. That's why when you sit down with people, when I'm on calls with you guys, what do I say? Explain your life to me like a story. Explain the situation to me like a story. When did this start happening? Who was around you when this started happening? Did this only happen when this person stayed at your house? Did this only happen after you had sex with that man? I'm looking for patterns. You cannot take down control freaks, Jezebels, and Leviathans if you don't have respect and boundaries. Respect and boundaries, part 2. All of us in life have our own individual power. The problem is when you give that away by being a habitual people pleaser. And respect and boundaries, part 2, we will be doing a deeper dive into how to respect yourself and how to also ensure that the people around you are giving you the same respect that you also give yourself. In addition to that, we have Defeat Jezebel and Leviathan on June 29th, following the Respect and Boundaries Part 2. In order to deal with lower level controlling entities, you need to know how to spot them within individuals and know how to navigate them. In other words, vampires, sociopaths, narcissists all fall under the Jezebel and Leviathan umbrella. In this class, I'm going to teach you how to spot people who have these entities operating in them, how to respond to them, and how to protect yourself from them on a both spiritual and physical level. You guys do not want to miss these master classes. Very, very important.